Welcome to the Dadcats, a podcast produced with love exclusively for Jocelyn, Brandon, Gianmarco, and Valeria. This is your host, Christopher Pereira, but you can call me Dad. Today we're going to talk about love. Love. What is love? So I thought we can talk about love and we can think about many different types of love that there are out there, right? So we can probably start with the simplest, less profound type of love that there can be, and I think that maybe we can think of pets. You can all relate to the different pets that we've had. I mean, we all remember Sally, and we love Sally, right? Didn't we? I love Sally, believe it or not. It just got on my nerves that she was so messy, and nobody really took responsibility for that. But we've had Eddie, and I know that we've loved Eddie, and we love Eddie, right? And so that is a beautiful love, the love that we can feel for our pets. Even in the church, there's even a custom um, on the day of Saint Francis of Assisi to bless our pets. Um, but a superior type of love has definitely been the love that we feel for our friends. And I know all of you have good friends, close friends. Valeria, you love Nadia and Yamarco. I know that Cole and some of the new friends that you have made at JP2. These are good, important friends. I know your friends. Maybe Jocelyn, I don't know your friends now because you've made a lot of friends in New York. But um, Brandon, of course, we know Ethan and we love Ethan, and these are good friends. And I think I have told you in the past, I think that I really believe that friendship is a treasure. Sometimes we fight with our friends, and I think it's important that we try to make up with them and make amends, whatever. If we did something wrong, we should apologize, but we should never lose friends. When we find good people in our life, we should never, we should try to retain them because it really is a treasure. You will see later in life when your friends are there for you, and you have probably experienced it already. You can finally see what a beautiful treasure that is of friendship. But I think if we can keep going up on this elevator of love, I think that the love of our relatives, and let's think about siblings, even though we take it for granted and we really yeah, that's the truth, we take it for granted. We really don't invest as much in it, and I think all of you are guilty of this, not investing enough on the love and relationship that you have with your siblings. I have done it myself. I take my siblings for granted, but i know I know that at the end of the day, when I really need to count on somebody and rely on somebody, my siblings are always there for me, and I am always there for them. Recently, my brother Joe had a health crisis. Some of you might know about, and even though we had been not talking to one another for some time, unfortunately, this was an opportunity for us to come together, and I was with him during those days, and now he got out of the crisis, and we're closer. And I think I've come to realize how important he is in my life. He's come to realize how important I am in his life. And and we are now old enough, I think, that we can learn the lesson and try not to repeat the same mistakes of taking for granted such a valuable thing as the love and the presence of our siblings in our lives. The next one is the love of your parents. And the love of parents, gosh, it's almost like we neglect the higher level of loves that we have in our lives. The most important the love is, the most we neglect it. And I am guilty of this myself. I know that I haven't been the best son I could be with my mom, not visiting or calling her, or just showing love to her. And but I think I've talked about this in other podcasts, so I'm not going to spend a lot of time with this. The other love is the obviously the conjugal love, or the love that we feel for our other half, or that one person that we want to spend the rest of our lives, maybe the rest of our, hopefully the rest of our lives with. Um, well, that is a very important love. It's a love so important that the church wants to make it into a sacrament, and God wants to bless it and bind it for life, right? I mean, the whole notion of marriage was created by the church. It was invented by the church. This notion didn't exist. You know, governments began to create civil marriages later for other reasons, for legal reasons and tax reasons and real estate property reasons, for other reasons. But they really borrowed the concept from the church, from Christianity. Um, and the ultimate love of all, I mean, the one love that really is above all love, you really got to believe me here, is the love of God for us. Because the love of God is unconditional, is truly unconditional, truly. It's the most perfect love. What do I mean by that? You know, even the conjugal love, even the love that we can feel for the person that we're in love with, is possessive in the end. And all of the other loves that we talked about are, to a level, are possessive. This is my brother, this is my best friend, this is my wife or husband, right? This is it, and while it is true love, is almost always seeking a certain type of benefit too, or at the very least, the feeling that we get by experiencing that love for that other person. Um, but God's love is truly unconditional. We can't give Him anything. There's nothing we can give God to earn His love. He created us. He created us. He pulled us out of the nothing and brought us into the existence that we have simply to love us, because He wanted us to exist so that He could love us, because He loves so much. He is love Himself. God is love. But here is the ultimate proof of love. Love is sacrifice. Love is sacrifice. Remember that. If you ever wonder if somebody loves you, just simply think about this. Does this person ever show me any type of sacrifice? Do I think this person is willing to sacrifice anything at all for me? Because no love is greater than that of Him who gave His own life for those He loved. And that's the love, that's the one example that we all know about, right? Well, that wraps up this episode of the Dadcast. Tune in next time to hear from the wisdom of a man that loves you more than any other man other than God. Love you guys.